What the hell is that?
This is a World War I flamethrower.
Okay, for a second I thought you were the exterminator or something.
Well, we could do a little exterminating around here. I don't know how much your pawn shop would be left. I bid on this storage unit that somebody didn't pay the bill on, and when I opened the box and pulled out this old flamethrower, I thought it was really cool. Flamethrowers are awesome. I think everybody should own one.
So what can you tell me about this?
I think it's a World War I flamethrower. I think that there was gasoline in one tank, and then it mixed with some sort of gel so that when they shot it and it flew out, that it stuck to whatever it was being shot at so it would burn.
Okay.
This thing is gruesome. I can't even imagine being on the receiving end of this thing. It is just nasty.
Yeah, the trigger's welded. This one's welded. I don't know if this thing's been filled up with lead or someone's casted this thing or something.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't in World War I, so.
Okay, it's real, I mean, it's real light. It's like, it's all like, no, it's definitely aluminum. It's got holes in it.
That might bring the price down a little bit.
I don't think this would hold pressure. Maybe they did that so you can own it or something?
I think this thing is cool as hell, and it's beyond badass. But what concerns me is whether it's legal to own something like this. I can't imagine walking down the street with it.
These tanks really appear to be military issue. This might be worth a lot of money, I don't know. I got a buddy who knows everything there is to know about weapons, no matter how weird they are. So let me give him a call and have him go on down and check it out.
Okay, sounds good.
What have you got here?
I don't know.
You know what it is?
It's a flamethrower.
Well, that much you got right. I'm president of Weapons Specialists Limited. I study weapons, mostly the evolution from their rudimentary beginnings, be it a stone knife or axe, up to modern weaponry like rockets. You know, Rick's got a sense of humor. He doesn't like to waste my time unless he knows it's something that we're both going to get a kick out of.
Can you tell me how old this is? I figured it was a
I
World
can
War
tell you
I.
real close. No, it's not World War I, not by a long shot. It's somewhere between 1956 and 1978. Would have been used in Vietnam. And mostly they were used in Vietnam in the tunnels around Ho Chi to, you know, get people out of the underground tunnel passages there, or in emplacements, you know, gun emplacements. Actually, it's not that different than the early ones used in World War II, the M2s, which are the ones you see all the time on TV in Iwo Jima,
Yeah.
shows like that.
So exactly how do they work? I mean, was this like a pressure vessel here and these were
Exactly.
full of fuel?
You got it right on the nose. You have the pressure tank here, and then you have the liquid accelerant, which is usually some type of petroleum product. This was a precursor to napalm, but it wasn't quite as thick. And
Okay.
it's a lot like shooting a garden hose, you know, but you got your garden hose under pressure from the water main. Then when you pull the trigger on the igniter, that makes a little spark that lights the liquid as it's coming out under pressure. So it's just like a water hose, except it turns into fire.
Okay,
It had an effective range about 30 meters.
okay. That's pretty far.
Yeah. Flamethrowers are very difficult to use. They're dangerous to fill. They're dangerous to carry. So there's a lot of downside to a flamethrower. What do they do well? Why do they use them at all? They're great for embankments, any place where the enemy's really dug in strong, so deeply that you can't get to him with standard artillery. The biggest problem in combat was that you were very likely to get shot if you were wearing one. You became an automatic target. And anybody could follow the flame from where it went back to where it came from. So guys did not like to wear them.
All right, now the big question, is this legal to own?
Oh, sure, because they've cut a hole here. That would make this not operable. So it would just a couple of tanks. This is not real. Somebody made a molding or a casting of what the actual, it looks exactly like it. It's accurate, but there are no moving parts, and there's no moving parts internal, so this is totally fake here. The only people, I guess, that would want something like this would be for a museum, maybe some collectors who couldn't get this part because this is the hardest part to find.
Okay.
Good ones in working order, especially the collectors that really go for them, can go as high as $12,000, $10,000 to $12,000.
Okay.
This one, because this is fake,
Yeah, we're
and it's
way
got
off.
holes cut in it, we're way off of that. I would say this is in the $2,000 range. Might go $2,500 if somebody wanted it real badly, but $2,000 is probably a good solid price.
Okay. Well, thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.
Now that I know what it is and that I can really own it, I want it. It's one of those items people will stare at and talk about in the shop. I just have to get it for the right price.
You know, Rick said 2,000, 2,500, but that's a best case scenario.
How about 1,500?
I got to make a profit, so how about 500? I mean, I don't know how long this thing's going to sit here.
Well, you know, I thought it was pretty cool, and I know a lot of people are going to think it was really cool too. So there's probably a good market for it.
I'll give you 800 bucks.
How about 12?
How about 1,000 bucks, and I ain't going to go a penny more. I mean, I know you bought it at a storage shed, so you're probably 50 bucks in the whole storage shed.
Just a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go 1,000 bucks, and I'm going to pray I'm able to sell it.
You got a deal.
Okay, all right, let's go do some paperwork.
Okay. I was hoping to get 1,500. I got 1,000. That's way more than I paid for it, so that's good. All right, thank you very
All
much.
right, thanks a lot, man.
All right, have a good day.
You too.